Hello and welcome to some more Star Citizen news, this time for the week ending the 22nd of July. I'm off to BritizenCon, so I have to make this one quick. Tangible news this week is a little bit of a rehash of what we've had recently about 2.5 and GrimHEX, but AtV and RtV did add some extra bits and bobs you may not know. The free flight is now until Monday. All you need to do if you want to try out Star Citizen for free now is make an account and follow the link in the description. That will send you to some instructions. It's really simple. You can try that until Monday. If you already have an account, you can still get use of the Sabre, Mustang Beta and Hornet to try until Monday. It will basically be added to your account until then. One of the biggest things though from RtV this week was the tease that we might see procedural generation being shown off at Gamescom in at least some of its glory. I'll play the clip from RtV that talks about this, and you can make up your own mind.
What happened to procedural generation at the Frankfurt ATV? Wasn't ATV the perfect time to show early footage?
No.
I'll let you take this one.
ATV is not the perfect time. There might be a cool event coming up that might be the perfect time.
This week's ATV's focus was on Foundry 42 Frankfurt, so we did see some quite cool things. They talk about the work continuing on AI, subsumption, procedural check, and 2.5, but we did see a few smaller things that will definitely get into our hands relatively soon. Some of the weapons they're working on, they're unifying the bearing laser cannons. They've completed size 2 to 6, working on size 1 at the moment, and they've also been working on a new sidearm that we've talked about before, the new ballistic machine gun by Bearing. So these all look really pretty damn cool. They've also been working on head stabilization that we should be getting for 2.5. That will actually feel a lot better and not so vomit inducing. They've also been optimizing and continuing work on the local physics grids as well. They have seen a lot of improvement. They also showed off some awesome looking smoke and explosions and the way they make them using their optical flow maps. This replaces the Cry engine's standard flow maps for this sort of stuff and ensures that they have really smooth transitions frame to frame without FPS loss. The explosions do look pretty damn cool. We also got told they were working on a truck stop, like cargo depots for when we have the cargo mechanic as well. Lots more info on GrimHEX, or at least a little bit more elaboration on GrimHEX. They talked a little bit about its lore as well. It's a dangerous area in the yellow asteroid belt. It was a mining facility, but when the mining ops dried up and the miners left, squatters came in and eventually it got taken over by gangs. It's going to have shops, spawn points, and lots more. Underneath, there's a racing tunnel, and eventually this will house a kiosk for entering and betting on races. There are also other attached mining facilities to the big asteroid. There are landing pads. There are going to be more and more shops and areas that will come out over a few patches. We can see some of them. We can see the bar and stuff already that they've begun to white box. It's going to be semi-policed as an area, so they want you to be able to pull your gun, but they don't want it to be a constant deathmatch in the area. Currently, it's going to be weapons restricted in that area, but they want you to, as I said, eventually be able to carry weapons, but they want to not have that horrible feel that everyone's just going to be shooting everyone in the face with no repercussions. GrimHEX's safety, basically, will be based on the feedback that us as players give. And they don't want you to be able to take super aggressive actions all the time. They want you to be able to cleverly plan things, though. Not a deathmatch zone, basically. And when you dock with GrimHEX, you won't just have to land on the landing pads. You can even request docking inside the station, or at least eventually they want there to be hangars on the side, and that you could request landing, and it will either pull you in or you fly your ship in, and then these hangars aren't instanced, so you'd fly in, and then I assume your ship would despawn or be cleared up in some way, and then other people could also safely land their ships into that zone. We also saw a sneaky little Idris parked at the white box or whatever that was at GrimHEX. We know that they're flying the Idris around in engine in the dev stream at the moment, and it looks like they were trying to get GrimHEX to be compatible with them in regards to docking as well. This week's MVP was for a TubeStop type interactive map by Simoniac. I don't know how to pronounce his name, but I will link his original work in the description below. And this week's Fast Forward was more entry and exit animations for ships, not procedural generation, as I think they may be saving them for Gamescom. There were a couple of other little things in RTV that we haven't discussed. Ben Lesnick is currently in hospital. He should be okay. He is getting better. Get better soon, bro. Genuinely want you back on your feet ASAP because you're a legend and a dude. If you'd also like to wish him well, please do so on his Twitter. It's easy for him to check. It's at BanditLoaf, and I'll put a link in the description below. But let's get on to some more of the tangible news. The Argo is a snub ship, and as such, doesn't have access to a quantum or jump drive. It needs a parent ship. The Carrack will go on sale again eventually. There will be, hopefully, a left and right mechanic for leaning in the first-person shooter mechanics, though things do change, but that's what the plan is. The 2.5 stability-wise is looking very, very good. It should go to the EVA Carti soon, and then onto the PTU after that. The Idris does come with an Argo as well, and they haven't confirmed if the Argo comes with anything else yet, but the Idris is the only confirmed ship that comes with an Argo for free, as it were. The Herald will be ready before the info running mechanic is ready, obviously, and the Herald is looking pretty good, and it looks pretty damn ready to me. Well, it's looking like it will be hangar ready relatively soon. Anyway, ATV will now switch focus from studio to studio each week. They've changed the way they've done some of their videos. So as we saw in ATV 100, 1, 2, 3, and 4, that they want to do a different studio each week with a different focus. They're about to give us larger updates, and this basically what we had was the last of Season 2. So Season 3 of ATV will now start on Thursday. Also, with RTV, they want to keep the same mechanic. They want to have it studio-centric. So each week it will change studio. Either Tyler or Lando will be hosting, and they will also have some of the devs or the directors of that particular studio on. Anyway, guys, that's pretty much it from the news this week. I'm off to BritizenCon. Should be great. Hopefully I'll see some of you down there. I'll try and get some videos up of that when I get back. I'm also looking at a little bit at No Man's Sky because it's going to be released pretty soon, and I am pretty hyped for it. I am looking forward to some No Man's Sky exploring. It will be a little bit of a thing on my channel. Obviously, Star Citizen is always going to be the main thing, though. Anyway, guys, you take care. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. If you'd also like to win a Dragonfly, don't forget to comment on our video. You have a chance to win. You don't even need to be subscribed, although, as I said, I would like that. You take care, guys, and I'll see you in the verse.